Ah. Oh, there's 5 people on here already. That's awesome. I don't know why I can't see you guys. Zoom meeting should start. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of my Facebook page. I see we have Charlene. Welcome, Charlene. Amanda. Hi, Amanda, Emily, and Jennifer. And Tammy, welcome, guys. Oh, good. Now I can see everyone. I see Jennifer moving around. Can you guys hear me okay?
Hello, I can hear.
Okay, good. Perfect. Perfect. Thanks.
A little quiet, though.
Yeah, again, I don't know why this, it's not letting me do my video thing again. Same as last week. I'll have to figure that out. New, rename. Okay, let's get started because we only have 30 minutes. Thank you for being here. We are in record mode and there's 6 of us live, so that's awesome. We're going to go over a few things, and then we have a couple of peer trainers here today, which I'm really excited to take notes on and learn from. So let's get this going. Oh, here we go. I see.
Is it just me that's having a hard time hearing Angie?
Here, is that better?
No, it's still a little quiet.
It's still quiet? We have a lot of people on mute. Let's see. Let me see if I can do something cool here. Start video. Yay, there. It worked today. Can you hear me better when I did that?
I still hear you the same. Amanda, can you hear Angie? She has it on mute.
Can you guys hear me now?
Hey.
Okay. Hey, I can hear loud and clear, actually.
Oh, really? What's wrong with my phone?
Can you turn up your
Turn
volume?
up the volume. Turn up the volume.
The volume's right up. That's okay. I'll put my headphones in. Maybe it'll make a difference.
Okay,
I have my speaker on.
Oh.
So for me to hear Angie really good, I just put my speaker on. But I'm going to put myself on mute because Chandler is having his own little party back here.
That's cute. Yeah, we don't mind that. Slideshow, there we go. I'm just gonna get this set up. Perfect. Thank you for being here, you guys. I love these calls as a way to touch base at the beginning of the week and then keep you guys up to date on different promotions because I do get to hear them, thankfully, first. I see Laura's here. Hi, Laura. I get to see them first, so then I can share them with you guys. And that really is a benefit, but we can also set ourselves up for the month by learning from other people. And thank you, Jennifer and Laura, for being here today to share with us. So we'll get to that part, and I'll call you out. So I would love to hear, other than the Super Bowl, that's why I put that picture there, what are some wins from last week that the team has had? Is there anything really cool that you'd like to share that worked well for you? Oh, I see June is there in the background. Hi, June. You guys are together.
Nice.
Laura must be home for the weekend.
I am. I'll kind of say something, Angie, if you want.
Yeah.
So Alex and I did our very first, our launch party a couple weeks back, and we got quite a few enrollments from it, and just having the environment to the team. It was super awesome doing that, and I think that's something we're continuing from now on out, just to build a team. That's
amazing. Yeah, it's so fun to always get together, right? It's so good, and then people sense the energy of the group, and I think that, and hear other people's testimonials. So yes, as we do grow, a lot of things are going virtual, right? So, we have our virtual lunch freeze, but you'll notice here in Milton, we still are doing our monthly sip and samples because that is where the retention comes. Enrollments can always come online, but it's the speaking, it's spending time with people, it's getting to know people. And Michael Klaus says, you should know the color of your top leader's carpet, right? Like that, you want to build that sort of relationship because when things get hard, and you know what? You'll always have those wall kicking days. You want to have that connection with someone, right? Those are the people. They say, John Maxwell says, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care, right? So that is really huge for building the retention within network marketing, is those relationships. So I love that for launch parties, and I love it for, us getting together at big events. So that's cool. Thank you. And congratulations on your successful launch party.
Thank you.
Does anyone else have any wins that they want to share?
I completed my first Ice-A-Body challenge, and that was pretty exciting.
Yes, that's awesome.
It was exciting.
Are you going to keep repeating?
Absolutely. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Why not, right?
Exactly. And I've been also focusing on making sure that all of my team are signed up, because a lot of people have been kind of dragging their butts a bit. So I've been, focusing today. It's been like a big day to be like, hey, it's so easy. You need to get that done. So
good for you. Yes. And sometimes someone said to me, it's like, I don't understand. I tell people to do the Ice-A-Body. They don't do it. And I'm like, yeah, they don't do it for me either until I remind them 5 times.
Yes.
It's just that following up. I noticed you didn't. We have those reports in our back office. Like, I was going through reports. I noticed you're not on the Ice-A-Body challenge. Is there something holding you back? I highly recommend it. And here's why. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, just the follow-up. If you ask someone once, often they won't do it. So good for keeping on them. I love that. For me, I have a win. I've been, since the Eden shared the training at New Year's kickoff, we did the live stream. I have been pretty much selling all value packs. And I love that, because I know a lot of the women that come to me are so low in energy, and I know how valuable that energy, the vitamins are for energy, right? So I have been really working towards the value pack, and here's why. And just my shift in mindset, I've been more successful doing that, and I'm happy because it's higher retention too. So if you haven't, we do need to switch her scripts, because our value pack has not changed yet here in Canada. But if you can, I think I will commit to doing that, actually switching it. And I did it, but I have to post it, switching the script to our Canadian value pack. So that's kind of a win for me. Any other wins before we get into the meat of the call that people wanted to share and lift the energy? All right, let's keep going then. So what I want to talk to you about today, I received an email last night, and it said, now that January Jolt is over, we are moving into February Frenzy. So we have found, Isagenix found that the best promotion was the June and Boom. And so they're following that, to increase our enrollments. They're following that structure, and they've come out with something similar that we had in January Jolt for February, and it will be formally announced February 8th. So many of you may have seen the call details, but I do have them on the next slide, so you can take note of that. So what is February Frenzy? It's a little bit different, that it's attached to events, because Isagenix wants us to be at the events, and they want our people to be at the events, right? So welcome new customers, same as January Jolt, with 150 BV between February 5th, so starts today, and March 4th to earn the following bonuses. Spending cash bonus, 5 to 7 new customers, $220 Canadian. I think we're all Canadian on the call. Travel allowance bonus, 8 to 9 new customers, $550 paid March 19th. And all these bonuses are around celebration. So then the third one is a celebration hotel bonus. So that's so cool. But the thing is, in order to get these bonuses, you need to have a ticket in your name before March 4th. Okay, so if your team is going for these promotions, they must have that. And I just thought of something that I need to go back to the email. I'm wondering if these are cumulative, right? They'd be like 200 plus 500 plus 1,000. I'll have to get back to you on that. They didn't mention that in the email. They also lowered the last one. I think it was 11 plus new customers to get the top level. And the January Jolt, for this one, it's 10 plus customers. Oh, I have a question here. That's so great. Yeah, it looks like it would, because they have different titles. Yes, and I will get back to you guys on that. I'll pull up the email and see if it specifies, but for sure, here is the next slide. February 8th, they're going to do, mark your calendars now. It will be at 4 p.m. Eastern time. They're going to do kind of an announcement of this January Jolt with Eric and Travis and lots of cool other announcements. So make sure that you can get on that live event. And they're a lot of fun too. So mark your calendar for that if you want to get more details on the promotion. When is history? Is that Thursday, Monday, Tuesday? I think that's Wednesday, right? 7th, 8th.
Thursday's the 8th.
Thursday. Okay, thank you. It's funny, I can never do math on the spot, even if it's just counting up. I could never concentrate when the teacher was working over me in math. Okay, so now we're going to get into, I actually got distracted. My kids are home today. Long story, but I got distracted. I was going to put your guys' pictures in, but sorry. Now we have your beautiful faces here live. So maybe, Laura, do you want to go first and share some of your tips that how many enrollments did you have for the January Jolt? Did you have 11 or did you go beyond that?
I think I ended up with 14.
That's amazing.
Congratulations.
And you know what? People struggle to get their free vitamins every month, which is 5. So that's huge. And that's why I wanted you and Jennifer on the call, because Jennifer also exceeded the amount. Just for the people here that they kind of were watching, they weren't really into the January Jolt, like, can I do this? It would be so valuable for those people if we could, and myself, because I think I ended up with like 5 enrollments, but one wasn't 150 BB. I got distracted. I'm not going to lie. But for me and all the other people on the call, we want to learn from you guys. And what did you guys do? And what are some tips that you can give us so that we can earn all these bonuses for February? And thank you for your service and your time.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for having me on here. For me, like I started, like I know a lot of people kind of waited, like with it being the new year, like a lot of people were kind of slow off the gate, but like I think I already had like 4 or 5 enrollments already by like the 5th of January or something.
Wow.
So like I just started like right off the bat to really leverage the full month.
True. I did that because my kids were home and I thought, I'll wait till they go back to school. Out of me.
Yeah. February, we're going to start off strong.
Yeah, we're starting today.
So yeah, that. And then I don't know, just like I just started talking to a lot more people about it and kind of sharing in the excitement. And I started really seeing like the vision of like what I could have for myself in the future. And like being able to project that and help other people see like into the future more for themselves and kind of helping them see what is possible with the company. I think that's been a big thing for me. Mm-hmm. Like I said, we started doing, having like the launch parties. So getting people excited and inviting them to those kind of events. We did like a wine down once. We had like wine and stuff. That was pretty fun.
I love that. That's very fun.
Yeah. And just like other people sharing their stories. And I feel like a lot of people might just think it's me, like just me doing it. I'm like, no, like I have a whole team behind me. I promise.
Yeah. And that's the cool thing with launch parties, right? People see it's not just you.
Yeah, exactly. So that, and then like just booking the calls, like using your team, to book the calls, like kind of find people that are in your team that are have the same kind of story as the prospect that you're doing and try to pair them up with that person. So like I did a couple with Amy, I did some with Emily, I did some with Alex, Angie hopped on for a welcome call for one. I did end up doing quite a few just myself because like with doing 14, like I didn't do a 3-way call for all of them, but then afterwards I made sure that I had somebody jump on for the 3-way call, like either when we were opening up the box or just welcoming them, just so that they know that it's like there is a team behind them. And then that way they kind of get familiar with people on the Facebook group as well. So it's kind of nice that way.
And I know PK always says too, if you do it at the welcome call, we have another person on, then when we ask people to do 3-way calls, right? Like for me, I always say, you know what, you're going to get lots of questions because people are going to ask you what you're doing. Don't feel pressure. We work from the apprenticeship model. Just get them on the phone with me and I can help answer all their questions and then you can earn while you learn. But if they've never done a welcome call, it's so foreign. But they've already done it, right? So then when we ask them for prospecting or if their friends are interested, they're more likely to do it. And that's why I think those welcome calls and the 3-way calls right off the get-go are important because network marketing is just an adult game of follow leader. People are not going to do what you tell them. They're going to do what you do, right? Yeah. So that's cool. That's a really good point. Thank you. Yeah. Anything else?
one more thing that I wrote down was like using social media. For me, like I use my Instagram and my Facebook quite a lot, more my Instagram than my Facebook. But like putting like different hashtags for everything, like you pull in so many different people that start following you that you don't know. Yeah. And then just from them following your journey, then they'll start to see like the bigger picture as well. And they might like, there's so many people watching you that you don't even know are watching you. So like just putting like, I had a girl, one of my friends, she was just like, she sent me a text message and should read it to you. It was pretty cool. Like just what she said. I'll find it. If you want to talk about something else, I can do it. Just a second.
That's cool. And of those people, I know you're looking for it. Of the 14 enrollments, did you know 14 or were there people that you had never met before off of Instagram?
Some of them were following me on Instagram that like I went to high school with, but I haven't had contact with them in like quite a long time.
Yeah.
So like there was a few of them like that and a lot of them too, like I know they say like think of people that you would think could benefit from this. Some of them were like people that I never would have thought of, which was kind of cool. And they were the ones that were reaching out, and like a few of them, like they'd reach out like off of Instagram, just from Instagram posts or something. And they're like in the one call they signed up. It's like they were just ready in that one, like they were just ready in that moment to do it. And like a lot of people that like I find that I was reaching out to, like they say, like the follow-up, like following up with them and stuff. But like some people just weren't ready. But with the Instagram post, I find that like people that contact me are usually more ready than choose somebody. So kind of just putting it out there that for people to come to you as well as you reaching out to them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So this is what she said. She said, Laura, you are so inspiring. I can't even explain to you how encouraging it is to follow your journey and see how positive and compassionate you are. We need more of that. You're awesome. Just thought I would tell you.
I think so too.
Yeah.
That makes me like get teary-eyed because
I know,
it's like the feeling of someone like giving you that message. It's just like the greatest feeling in the world.
It is so rewarding. Like it's cool. Like now, like moving more into the coaching side of it and getting those feelings. Like Ron, he posted in the group, like in like Sandra's group, about like how he's lost 28 pounds and like he's reached his goal. And like I was like tearing up from that too. But like now getting that feedback from people, being like, you actually are making a difference. Yeah. And like it just kind of motivates you to just do it even more. It's just kind of exciting.
That genuine quality comes out and that goes far, I think, for everybody.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Laura.
Thanks for having me on.
Sharing all your secrets. So we can all do February frenzy. We also have Jennifer, who was at the top level of the January Jolt. She's super new to Isogenics, and she was able to get 18 enrollments.
Oh my God, Jen.
In 1 month. So
but I have to tell you, something happened devastating. I was devastated last night. Like my poor children were like, are you going to lose your job? I was like, no, I'm just really upset. My 18th enrollment, I had signed in, the last person I signed up on Saturday, I opened up my laptop and I just went enroll new customer. But I didn't realize until the end when I signed up that 18th person that I was signed into her account, my new enrollment from the day before.
Oh.
So I was like, oh my God, that's my 18th enrollment. And I just had like a personal goal that I really wanted to do exceptionally well for this first challenge, because this is my first challenge. And I was like, oh no. So I don't know. I say 18, but I said when I called this morning, I was like, is there any way that can count? Because I really just wanted to have that achievement for myself. So either way, I am so proud of myself. And it's just been quite the journey. It's been pretty amazing. Actually.
That's awesome. Yeah, and you're a busy mom. Like you have little kids running around in the background.
Oh my gosh. It was a lot of work. I'm not going to lie. It was a lot of time. It was a lot of following up. It was a lot of sharing my story, how it's changed my life in the past 4 months. I think what was really my secret is people seeing my passion. You know, seeing like I am such an honest person, and I was using Facebook, which I didn't use a lot before. Like I would go on Facebook, but as soon as I started feeling different in my skin, I started sharing that. And people, it was almost contagious. You know, they would message me and be like, whatever you're doing, I want to do that. I'm like, oh, wonderful. I can help you with that. But for me, I think it's just been really just the honesty part, showing people like just being raw and being like, this is how my life has changed since I've done this. And, you know, people just, they see that and they're like, I want that feeling. I want to know how that feels. I want to see if that can also change my life for the better. And the weight loss, as I tell everyone, the weight loss is great. The weight loss, like I've lost my 10, 11 pounds, but like, and people go, wow, you look so good, but you looked good before. But it's not about that, right?
I saw your pictures and I thought the same thing. I'm like, well, she looked great before. You're
which
like,
is so kind. Yeah, I just never felt great before.
Okay.
So when I can like share that feeling that it's like I've always been an energetic person, but when I can say, but my energy is this much better and more, my energy is different now. It's just very different and it's very positive. And, you know, it's also being consistent, like sharing videos regularly. And what I've actually started doing, I always have had like an inner voice that said, like, I wish I could share this with people. But I never have, but I'm like, I've started writing like in my notes, topics that I want to talk to people about that I think could inspire them and could reflect in their life in some way that to try to be relatable to people on all different levels. That's what I've been really trying to do.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
That's cool. Thank you. Is there any specific things you did, like a particular post that you did or a phone call you made that really worked well?
You know what? I'm failing a little bit in the phone calls. Like I usually just, we talk via Messenger. But this month is going to be more about like, I want to be like, can we talk on the phone? Cause I want to make them consultants. I want everyone to realize that there can be more to this. Right. But I think it's just, sharing my story. Like in my notes section on my phone, I have like different variations of how my story has been depending on who I'm speaking to. And I want to share my story with them. And some people, like I've just messaged them. I'm like, listen, I know I haven't talked to you in 10 years, but this is my story. And I think this is some way that could help you. But
so
just
message them without them asking you. You just send them a Facebook message.
Yeah, exactly. Or I have people contact me. I would say it's more 60% people contacting me from the message and maybe 40 that people actually reply. And and I would say something really silly, be like, I know that was a lot of information. And if you want to reply, awesome. Like I'd love to give you some more information. But if you don't want to reply, that's okay too. Like either way, thank you for watching my videos and thank you for being part of this journey. So, yeah, I don't, it's been fun. It's been a lot of work, but it's been a lot of fun.
So do a lot of people not reply when you send
messages?
And does that bother you or not really?
It really doesn't bother me too much because I feel like at some point they may.
Yeah.
Like I have hope that at some point I'm like planting a seed and at some point they might say, okay, Jen, like you messaged me a month ago and, you know, I just seen this video and I really I see what you're talking about. And I, you know, you're inspiring me and maybe it could also help me in my life.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then I think that's where a lot of people get stuck, right? The rejection piece, so that you can get past that at the very beginning is so awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel, I don't know. I feel I have confidence in myself to do well because I have a passion for the product and for the company. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, it's okay. I'm like, you know, it's okay. It's not the end of the world if they don't message me back and if they think I'm crazy and maybe they think I'm kind of annoying that I even messaged them because I haven't talked to them in 10 years. But either way, I'm planting a seed and anything can change.
Absolutely, right. And now, like, my posture has changed so much because I felt like that in the beginning. But now I feel sad for people that say no, right? Like, I'm sad for them because I know how good they could feel, right? And I know their problems and I know that. So I think that is like a new level. Like when we can be like, you know what, maybe don't feel that rejection personally because we're trying to help people and share a gift. Let's just be sad and pray that one day that they will be open enough to take a look, right? Mm-hmm. Does anyone have any questions for either Laura or Jennifer before we move on to the next kind of piece of the training? I can hear your passion, Emily says. Thank you for sharing. That's awesome. Yeah, so lots of positive. Thank you guys for sharing. And I love it because I said to Jennifer, I'd love for you to come on the call because even last week it just lifted, like when a new person is on fire, it's like so refreshing, right? It fires everyone up. So thank you for that. And it reminded me a lot of how I was when I got started too, where like nothing was going to stop me, right? So it's good. Sometimes when we've been doing this for 7 years, we have moments of, you know, maybe not having the passion that we had in the very beginning, and then you get to an event or something happens and it does come back, thankfully. But to see the new people is just so awesome. Charlene says, awesome share, ladies, love your energy. So thank you for sharing your energy with us today. And I'm just going to see, I just have a couple other announcements before we carry on. We have a few more minutes, 4 minutes left. Okay, so again, the welcome back promotion still goes on till March 4th, and those enrollments can still count. If you haven't had time to go in and follow up with those green people, or you have no idea what I'm talking about and what the welcome back promotion is, how that works, you can go to ISA FYI or reach out. But those enrollments still count towards those February frenzies. So if you haven't had time to reach out to some of your lapsed customers that Isagenix says, yes, those are green, they qualify for the free shipping and free membership. If you're newer to Isagenix, this won't apply to you because you don't have people that their accounts have expired, right? So, but that is good news because I still haven't got a commitment, or I've had people say, yes, I'm going to do that order, and they haven't done the order. So I said to my husband, I don't want to bother my friends, but I do want them to do that order so I can get that bonus in a certain timeline. So it's a good time to follow up, and it's great that they still count towards the February. Other upcoming events, Canadian Celebration. You guys, you need to have, in order to participate in the February Frenzy, you have to have your ticket for either the Canadian Celebration or the global celebration, okay? So I don't want people to be disappointed and be like, I met all these things, but oh, I didn't have a ticket, right? So make sure you get those tickets because New Year's kickoff sold out, right? People were selling tickets for $400 on the Isagenix events page. It's crazy. So I'm just saying, if you haven't got your ticket yet, please go get your ticket, because if it sells out and then you can't get access all these promotions, that would be really sad for everyone, right? So Global Top Achievers, they also have Peak Performers Canadian Achiever in the fall 2018 now, and this one is very doable for many people on our team. All you have to do is be in the top 10 leaders in action. These are the things that I feel that are doable. There's many things if you go to ISA FYI. What I do when I'm going for a promotion, I print off the promotion and then have it in my face, right? Around my office. I put it on the wall. I put it on my whiteboard and with a magnet. This is one that we can all qualify for. It's achieving the next rank over 2-star above and being paid as executive. So if you're, hitting minimum of 2-star, your goal should be hit 2-star and then hit that rank 4 other times. 3 other times paid as executive. One that you guys, many of you could work towards is being the top leader of action, the top 10 leaders in action in Canada, right? And that has to do with creating consultants, rank advancing, as well as personal enrollment. So if you want more information on that, go to ISA FYI, print out that and read over it, highlight all the things that would apply to you. It is going to be in Mexico, and the events, they treat us very well at those sorts of events. So there's also the Canadian Executive Summit. You could actually earn both of those promotions very easily. So this event, Canadian executives who have not hit executive. And I had someone message me last night, like deep within the team. I get a lot of questions, and because I've been around for 7 years, thankfully I did know the answer to it. But she's like, I have more, should I be enrolling on my left or my right? And I said, well, you need the volume on your right, but know that in Isagenix, the ultimate goal is for us all to become executive, because that is when you can pretty much double your income just from the matching bonuses, from the leadership pools, but you have to be paid executive to get into that, earning all that extra money. So that executive is 5 consultants on your right and 5 on your left, right? So if you're just enrolling because you have heavy volume on one side, on that side, what's going to happen is you're going to have 10 consultants on your right, where you do need to balance it out. So hitting executive is going to be a big thing for this one. And I know many on the call have a very good chance of doing this. And I had 2 friends that actually in another team went to this executive summit last year. And I love watching, they got like hot air balloons. They got amazing training. It was a very small group. So that would be a very good promotion. You could actually, I would go for both, the last one, this one. Just a reminder of the virtual party this Wednesday night. I personally have been having a lot of success with the virtual parties. We started doing them based on a 4-star a mom that was working full-time, as well as teaching fitness part-time, was able to get to 4-star and achieve that. So we want something that's very duplicatable in our team, and sometimes getting people out in the beginning to an event can be a challenge, right? Especially if we don't know them very well, if there's someone off Facebook or Instagram that we don't have a history with, but getting them to an online virtual event seems to work well, and it's just a stepping point to get them to a live event, right? So I gave you guys some scripting that you can use. I know some people have said to me, I am experiencing some resistance to these parties, and I wanted to share a story because sometimes we feel resistance for a good reason, but sometimes it's because we've never done something before. So you need to decide, am I feeling resistance because I've not done it before, or is it just something that is not going to be effective for my business? So you know that we have a bunch of Facebook groups within our teams. And Susan Sly, who is a millionaire in Isogenics, resisted Facebook groups. She didn't like Facebook groups. She earns over $2 million within the company. So the reason why I'm not in Susan Sly's Facebook group, because we created ours about a year before she went on and created her Facebook group. But I can tell you, since we have had the Facebook group and been active, I've been able to reach out, to see other people, to reach down to people in my downline. And for me, it's a really effective way. Eventually, Susan Sly did go on to create her health resolution and 2 Facebook groups. Right? But in the beginning, she spoke to us against it. She resisted it. And I'm not sure of her position on this, but just to say that sometimes when things are new, if we are not earlier adopters, we resist them. So this may or may not be you. That's just a story that came to my head. For Facebook groups work really well for me, and I know they work well for most people in the team. So sometimes try it if it doesn't work, but don't resist it because it's something that your fear of the unknown, right? Does anyone else want to share anything about success of the Facebook groups that you have had or the virtual parties? Okay, so team campaign, every week we're working towards something. At the beginning of the month, we're going to pick a different country and we're going to really focus on that country. So we know that November 6, 2017, not that long ago, Isogenics has become available in the Netherlands and Ireland. So you can actually build a large international business by having people in those countries that are new and then connecting to them, the head office. So that's a goal for me, to have a global business. So as a team, I'd love for us this week as a challenge to work on getting 10 referrals and contacts for either the Ireland or the Netherlands. The best way to do this is just ask, who do you know? Who do you know in this area? We know that from training, we've heard of people that have just, tried to find their own people on Facebook groups, but really it's that personal referral connection that works really well. So just be mindful this week, make it a part of your language, work towards getting 10 referrals in that group by just asking, who do you know? It's very simple, and we're probably having those conversations with people anyway, say you're cleanse coaching someone. To say, hey, by the way, this past November, we actually just opened up in these areas. It's a huge opportunity for people to start out new in a country, because Isogenics, right, is just, they could really have a whole country built under them. So who do you know in that? And then when you do get those names, just post 10 names in the wealth group. So that's our challenge for this week. I hope you enjoyed this call and you got as much value from it that I did, and take Laura's advice. Don't wait until the second week of January like I did to go for the January Jolt. Start this week, right? Start this week, make your list, send out those Facebook messages that Jennifer has been sending out, and get started now, because there's so much money on the table here. And I will confirm if it is a cumulative or I think Elizabeth is right. I think it is a cumulative, but also get on that call on February 8th and they'll clarify that as well. So thank you, everyone. Have a great day. And we just are excited to hear about your success this week.
Thanks, Angie.
Bye, everyone. Thank you for your help, Laura and Jennifer.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye, Amanda.
That was Chandler.
Aw.